Good morning, friends and relatives. My name is Lucy Barney. I'm from the Ticket Nation, from the Stallium Territory. I'm a granddaughter, a daughter, a mom, an aunt, a sister, and a grandmother. I have 2 grown boys and 6 grandchildren. I'm so happy to be here with you today to share some of the knowledge that I have gained over the years growing up in Lillooet. When I was growing up, my mother performed a coming of age ceremony. She did this on her own because our relatives, unfortunately, were at residential school. She was quite sad at the time, but she explained to me what would happen. She said normally the women in the community would take me aside, usually down by the river, and they'd share their teachings with me of what it is growing from a young girl into womanhood and what our responsibilities are growing into womanhood, that we were there to support the whole family wherever and however we could, that we're also a gift from the Creator and that we are able to bring life into the world. That's one of the Creator's biggest gifts for women, is to bring life into the world. How amazing is that? There are so many ceremonies. The coming of age is one, again, to teach us how to transition from girlhood to womanhood and our responsibilities of not only having the gift of bringing babies into the world, but being a wife, being an aunt, being a sister, and being a grandmother. We each had our specific roles and our purposes in our community. And we find our purposes eventually, whether it's being the sewer, the midwife, or the one who helps other families when their children need support. We all had a role. My mom was one of the ones that would go and help women give birth. And she also would support them after they gave birth with helping with breastfeeding, just caring for the baby, showing them how to wrap the baby, how to ensure that the baby is warm, not too cold, not too hot. I was so happy to get these teachings from my mom, and that I too was sad that none of my aunts and grandmothers and cousins were there to support me during this ceremony. But that ceremony stayed with me all my life. The reason she performed the ceremony alone is because I let her know that I was bleeding and I didn't know about having a period yet. So she taught me all about having the period, and that we were ready then to transition into womanhood. That is when they knew that we were ready for more teachings, even though we're taught throughout our whole childhood on different aspects of life. But coming of age is about learning to be that woman. And for a man, is learning to transition from boyhood into manhood and learning their responsibility as well. Bringing babies into the world is so sacred. It is such a gift from the Creator that He gave us women. We honor this gift by carrying babies in a good way, with safety, with kindness, and with love in our heart. And our environment is safe and kind, and everyone around us shares their love with us, because babies can feel the different moods that a mom and family has. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay to ask for support. It's actually being strong, being that woman warrior that you are. It may be that you're overwhelmed and that you don't have enough information and that you're doing okay. That's okay, because there are so many people out there today who have answers for you. Just reach out, whether it's your healthcare nurse, your CHR, or a family member that has had babies. Just reach out, because they are so happy to give you information. And when you're wanting to learn more about ceremonies, like welcoming baby ceremonies or coming of age ceremonies, naming baby ceremonies, those knowledge keepers are there in our community. They're always willing to share their information, because they too know the responsibility of having support and strength and our DNA strong for the 7 generations ahead of us. They're there for us, and they're there for you, so that when we know 7 generations from today, that they will be calling you an ancestor because you had the knowledge and you shared your knowledge as well. When it does get overwhelming to be a new mom, even if it is their third baby, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to reach out. It's so important to always keep that in mind. Make decisions that are right for you, your baby, and your family. They are your decisions and they are right for you, your baby, and your family. If you have grown up with your culture, that is beautiful. Share it. If you have forgotten some things, ask a relative or a knowledge keeper or an elder. Again, they are so happy to share this with you. If for some reason you weren't able to grow up in your culture, find the nearest area or place that has knowledge keepers and elders, because they too are so happy to share with you. Even if you're not from their territory, adapt and adopt whatever teachings they provide you. Congratulations on bringing a new baby into the world. It's such a sacred gift. Cherish that gift always and learn how to care and love for that baby and your family for generations to come. All my relations.